Well everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Apple Watch Series 8 and compare it against the Apple Watch Series 7 and see which particular Apple Watch is the better one for you. Now I definitely do think in a lot of different ways, both these Apple Watches are still very good for the most part. If you're planning on buying one of these, they're both very good watches, and I think they're both good ones that I would recommend buying. But if you want to pick up some ones I would recommend buying this year, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there, and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these particular watches, the big thing to keep in mind is that the Apple Watch Series 7 did come out back in 2021. And the thing I'll definitely tell you about this particular watch is, yet again, in a lot of ways, I'm still a fan of this type of watch. I think in some ways it's held up well. On the front side, you're getting a 41mm or 45mm casing on the outside, which I think looks pretty good. I think it's a very, very good type of display. I think it's a very good type of watch. And I definitely do think it still gets bright. It's still a very good watch for the most part. And I'm still a very big fan of the way this particular watch holds up from that particular perspective. With the Apple Watch Series 8, basically the same exact size displays. So you're getting either a 41 or a 45mm casing yet again. And this in and of itself is another very cool thing going on for this particular watch. The fact that these watches do hold up so well from that side, and that is something that I actually like a lot about both these particular Apple Watches, is that they're both basically the same exact size. Now you are getting the bands on both as well, which are yet again basically the same exact thing as well. So you can mix and match the bands between both, which again is a super cool thing going on for both these types of watches. On the back side, you're getting this wireless charging pad, which is still great. The buttons on the side as well, which again is very, very cool to have. And beyond that, there's really not anything else super crazy going on here for the most part. Like I do think in a lot of ways these watches held up very, very well, which is something I'm still very, very happy about. But I will tell you from the exterior, there's really not too many changes here. And they're both, more or less kind of the same thing going on here for the most part. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. Now on top of that, some other big things to keep in mind here for these particular watches is the software longevity. As far as we know, both these types of watches are going to be supported with software still for the next year or two. But keep in mind when it comes down to the next several years, there's going to be a very high likelihood where a device like the Apple Watch Series 8 is definitely going to outlast something like the Apple Watch Series 7. So once again, if you're wanting the better, more premium watch for a longer period of time, definitely something like the Apple Watch Series 8 is probably going to be giving you the longer supported software version inside of a watch than the Apple Watch Series 7. So that yet again is another very big thing to keep in mind, that if I'm going to go through and pick up a watch, I'm hoping it's going to be the Apple Watch Series 8 over the Apple Watch Series 7 when it comes down to it yet again. So from the performance side as well, the Apple Watch Series 7 has the S7 chip inside of it. The Apple Watch Series 8 has the S8 chip inside of it. So this is another very big thing to keep in mind here too from the performance side. When you're going to go through and pick up both these types of watches, I'll definitely tell you in a lot of ways, I'm very big fans of these particular sides of watches, and I think in a lot of ways they hold up very, very well. But I don't know if there's one watch that I think would be the best performing one, for the most part. Clearly it's going to be the Apple Watch Series 8, but I still think the Series 7 is such a good Apple Watch as well. And no matter what you're going to do with it, checking notifications, really doing whatever you want to on these types of watches, they're both going to be doing very, very well. And that is something that I actually like a lot about these types of watches, is that they're not going to be super crazy or terrible when it comes down to it. So I'll probably tell you from that particular side too, I'm a big fan of the Apple Watch Series 7, but I think the Apple Watch Series 8 is still a very good watch when it comes down to it. That is also one I'd recommend people to buy as well. So overall, when it comes down to it, I look at both these watches and I'm very, very big fans of them. I'll probably say that the Apple Watch Series 8 is the better one in almost every single way, and that is the watch I'd recommend almost every single person to go ahead and buy. But I do think in a lot of ways the Apple Watch Series 7 is still a very good watch. I think it's still very, very good, and I probably recommend a lot of people to buy that too. But the Series 7, is definitely not as good as something like the Series 8. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.